Hi everybody. I've got me coffee, I've got me dogs. Fireworks are going off like Armageddon, but apart from that, everything is fine. Right, I've got nobody in. I think, oh, hello, Lydia. Just going to say there's nobody in. You must be all watching the fireworks. Hi, Nathan. Just having a quick sip of coffee while it's still hot. Why am I looking to the side when I should be looking at you? Weird. I should be looking at you, but I don't know why I'm not. The weather is started to rain, so it wasn't very nice, and I'm very cold, Esther. I've got my fire lit. Oh, that reminds me, I need to put another log on before it dies on me. Just excuse me for a moment. I forgot all about my fire. Oh, the blooming thing's going out. Oh no, my fire's gone out. Oh, my fire's gone out. What a to-do. What a to-do. Oh, that's me not keeping my eye on the fire. It's gone out. Let me try and light it again. Let me try. Take my eye off this fire for 5 minutes. And it goes out. Oh, right. Sorry about that. Blooming fire went out. Dog jumpers. Dogs come in all shapes and sizes, Lucy. So it's a little bit hard to kind of get any that you you'd be starting off saying what's your dog's measurements, and you'd be starting off doing custom made ones, which they want them to fit here, fit there, bigger chests, bigger necks. I did try making one for Trix. Why am I looking sideways? I tried making one for our Trixie, and it was I'm still looking sideways. What is wrong with this camera? It's making me look sideways instead of looking at you. Maybe if I move it a bit. No, I'm still looking up in the air. I don't know what's going on with this camera. Normally I'm looking at you, and but somewhere or another I'm looking up in the air. Yeah, I tried making one for our Trixie. Oh, dearie me. I had about 3 attempts before I got it, and she's here for me to measure, Yeah, French Bulldogs are a funny shape, aren't they, Nathan? They're sort of, old chest and no legs, really. It was the craft fair today. It was its usual rubbish. I said I wasn't going to do any more, and I'm determined now that I'm not going to do any more. They just don't work for me, and I didn't. Why is my camera? Why am I not looking right at the camera? I don't know what is going wrong today. Why is my camera going skew-whiffed? Oh, I don't know. I'm sorry if I'm looking up in the air. It's my camera. I don't know what's going on with it. Anyway, yeah, the craft fair was a bit of a washout, really. I sold a couple of things, but nobody. It's difficult when people just walk by and they don't even look left and right. And like my little dolls, all the little girls were looking at the little dolls. Oh, mummy, look at the dolls. Come on. Dragging these little kids off. So I thought, oh. Sarah did okay. She did a few more things. I'm still looking up in the air, and I don't know why. What's wrong with this damn camera? What is wrong with this camera? Nothing as far as I know. I'm sure I don't normally look with my eyes up in the air, do I? Looking at the camera. Ugh. Give up. I give up. So, as I say, I didn't sell an awful lot, so I just gave it up. Oh, the fireworks are going. The dogs are. The French bulldog is not bothered. It's the Rosie's just doesn't know what to do with herself. She goes from room to room. She's trying to hide on my bed. She's trying to hide in the other room. She's all right if I sit on the sofa with her and calm her down and talk to her. But apart from that, she's just all of a doodah, yeah. Thumbs up, please, girls and boys. Oh, dear. You have to console me because I've had a rubbish day at the craft fair. So, you need to console me some way. So, thumbs in the air, please. Thumbs in the air. Thank you. One person did. I've got 23 people in here and only 10 thumbs up. So, please, a few more thumbs up. Thank you very much. Yeah, I've got the doggies. It's my eldest step-granddaughter's. Thank you, Nathan. It's my eldest step-granddaughter's 40th birthday party. They were going to take the dogs, but then they discovered that there wouldn't be anywhere to leave them. So I've got them, and my fire's going bonkers now. I hope if I shut the door, it'll carry on burning. It's just not been a good week for this wood. Let's hope it doesn't go out, Trixie Belle. Let's hope it doesn't. Remind me to keep my eye on the wood. I'm wearing red today. I'm wearing a dress. I was wearing it with tights, but I was a bit cold. So I've now got a pair of trousers on. And I've got my furry heat pad because my back's not. Well, you don't want to know about that, do you? You've all got your own problems. You don't want to hear about my ailments, my whines and whinges. Yeah, there wasn't a lot going on, really. Maybe because it was Bonfire night. I don't know. Maybe, well, it's not Bonfire not till tomorrow, really. But, of course, everybody's, celebrating it today, aren't they? Yeah. I need to... Oh, this camera's doing my head in. Why is it pointing the wrong way? Is that any better? That's maybe a bit better, yeah. Oh, thank you. I did the roots, see? I did the roots. Still a bit dark, but but I did the roots. Oh, dear. My friend Sarah, she sold a few things. I cannot understand why she didn't sell more because her little, Christmas ornaments and that, she's selling them so cheaply. People were picking them up, admiring them, saying how lovely they were. And then the next question was, do you know anybody who teaches crochet? Well, I haven't got the patience, and neither has Sarah. Oh, we're doing crocheting. How do you make these? And I'm like, oh, I'm only charging £1 by. Well, I'll look at it and take it home with you. One woman was pulling it apart, this scrunchie, trying to analyse it. And I thought, I'm selling them 2 for £1. Please just buy 2, take it home, and then you can analyse it at home for £1, Oh, am I not asking too much? So, craft fairs out. Don't know what I'm going to do with the rest of my stuff. I've got hats a million. And I know I could donate them, but I really don't feel like donating them. But still, we shall see what we shall see. Vinted don't like you putting things on there if you're a tradesperson. They only like you putting things on there if it's out your wardrobe, yeah? If they get a sniff of the fact that you crochet for money or something, they have you off there. Etsy, as we know, is a definite no-go for me because they charge too much. So, you know, when you're making a hat for £4 or £5, by the time you've paid Etsy, you've got nothing left, you know. I don't know. Let's not think about miserable things. Let's think about something else that Janet can do, because she doesn't want to do. I know, Nathan, but they didn't want to know. Yeah. I don't know what else I can do. I've got no other hobbies, really, and please don't suggest diamond painting, otherwise I'll scream and throw something at the telly. No. I don't know what other hobby I can have. Don't know. I'm not much good at sewing. Embroidery, no. Cross-stitch, no. Haven't got the eyeballs for it. So I can't just sit and twiddle my thumbs and watch the telly. It drives me up the pole. Yeah. I have got one thing to crochet for. That's for a gift for somebody. No, I've got 2 headbands to crochet, but that's not much, is it? And a little sweater, but that's for a friend of mine's granddaughter. And then I've got a big thing to crochet. That's for a present. But apart from that, I don't know what I'll be doing after that. Watch this space. If you see me, you know, plaiting my hair or going crazy, you'll know I haven't found anything else to do. Yeah. I mean, a friend of mine suggested I make tutorials, but I can't do that. You've got to be using your own patterns, which I don't have any. Otherwise, you go into, oh, good morning, Shad. Good afternoon, Shad, I should say. That's my necklace. It's, I don't know what it is. It's red. That's all I can tell you. It's red. Just pieces of plastic, all different shapes. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm going to do. As I say, Vinted isn't the way forward because they only want your old clothes on Vinted. Yeah. Hi, Chris. Hello. Have you moved yet, or are you still in one place? Yeah, I've got me rose. It's actually got a bit of glitter in this sweater, but this cardigan, but it doesn't show. It's got a bit of lurex in it. Oh, there you go. Look, it's a bit glittery. I'm getting the Christmas spirit. Hi, Isel. Yeah. I had something else on this afternoon. I had a black velvet jacket on, but it was cold. The church hall is normally quite warm in there. And we did have a free coffee, but it wasn't that clever. Oh, the fireworks are off again. That means Rosie will be doing 6 laps of the lounge any minute now. So, oh, you haven't yet. Oh, hi, Connie. How you doing? I'm keeping my eye on my fire because, yeah, it's going here. My wood's a bit damp. My logs are a bit damp. It's all this blooming rain in it. I mean, they're undercover, but they still get damp. Yeah. My room is done, as in the wall's done. The plastering's done. Skirting board is not on yet. Obviously, it's got to be painted, and I've got to get a rug and everything before I can show you anything. At the moment, it's just a blank space. But the wall's up. Partly getting a bigger bedroom, partly. My son's found me like a second-hand desk in one of these ex-catalogue places that I need to go down, and I can't. My son says, well, pop down then and have a look at it. I said, I can't bring it back on my scooter, can I? I'm going to need a lift. So he said, I'll think about it. think about it. And I've been promised a chest of drawers from a friend. So, you know, I'm getting there. Yeah. So I might actually have some space to put things in instead of tripping over everything in my bedroom. So, yeah, my fire's still burning. I might risk another log on there. Ooh. I just hope it keeps burning. Fire, burning bright. Oh no, it's tiger, burning bright, isn't it? Not fire. Yeah, Lydia. Chris is moving, but it's taking him a while to organise his moving and packing and things like that. I know what it's like because I've moved. It's almost 3 years ago since I moved, and I don't want to move again. It's a nightmare. You pack everything up, and when you get to the other end, you've lost half of it. And you don't know where it goes, you know. You swear you put it on the removal van and swear you pull it off, but, you know, your thing's like, where's that gone? Where's that gone? Why have I not got that? Oh, the only way I would move again is if I'd won the lottery and I was moving somewhere gorgeous, and I would just get removal men to come and pack everything up for me. So I wouldn't have to do it. Oh yeah, I think the fire's okay. So I've actually got some sweets today, which I should not be having because my blood sugars were terrible this morning. I don't know why. I hadn't done anything naughty, and yet my blood sugars were awful. And I've got to see the dreaded diabetes nurse on Monday. No doubt she will shout at me for some reason or another. No, it was a nightmare when we were looking for this house. Oh gosh, I must have seen about 40 places before we found one we sort of liked, yeah. And even then it was a compromise because you can't find really what you want. And my niece is looking for a new house at the moment. Well, her and her husband. So, and they're looking all over the place. They're not like struggling for one place, if you know what I mean. Oh, just knocked all my sweets over. They've all gone everywhere. It's a big bag. Yeah, you want to know what I'm having? I'm having red and black gums from Marks and Spencer. I like those two colours. I like the red ones and the black ones, so I'm quite happy that there's not different colours in there. That's always a problem, Lydia. The rents never go down, do they? I mean, I'm in a fortunate position that I don't rent, but, you know, I've got lots and lots of friends who do rent, and it's just a problem. You wouldn't mind if the landlords maintained the property, but in half of the cases, the landlords just take the rent, don't they? They don't fix anything that's broken. Risk it for a chocolate biscuit. I'm risking it for a sweet, Nathan. I'm going to get told off. I know I am. And I was very good at the craft fair. I did not buy any of the cakes. I don't know whether we have rent control here, because I've always owned. I mean, don't forget, when I got married in 1968, the property was a heck of a lot cheaper then. I mean, it wasn't really relatively to what, we were earning in wages, but, the mortgages were within reason. But now, I mean, I dread to think, anybody young getting married now or setting up a house on their own. How on earth they ever save up for a deposit? I don't know. And yet, if you rent, it's kind of like dead money. The only advantage of renting is if you've got a good landlord, at least you don't have to pay any, if the roof falls off or something, or the central heating goes, or your boiler blows up. At least if you're renting, you do get it fixed, allegedly. But from what I can hear about people who rent, the landlord doesn't always do it. But in our case, if anything goes wrong, it's up to us to put it right, isn't it? Well, they're off again, the fireworks. I don't mind the fireworks. It's the great big bangers that sound like cannons going off, Thumbs up, people. I've got 34 people in and 14 thumbs up. Somebody's not got their thumb in the air. That's got to be my motto. Thumbs in the air, people. Thumbs in the air, people. Everybody else says like, subscribe, and press the notification bell. Everybody else says it. I just say, give me a thumbs up, please. Hi, Lizzie. How are you doing? Yeah, over here. I don't know whether we have rent control over in the UK, lady. I don't know. It seems to be that people are saying, the landlord's put the rent up again, so I think they can put the rent up as they wish over here. Yeah. Hi, Yolanda. I keep looking at my fire. It's still going. I'm becoming like a fire watcher. Come on, baby, light my fire. Oh, yeah, I had to do my hair. I got fed up of all the dark roots. Happy Sina. Happy November. Actually, we've not been too bad, Lizzie, with the bad weather. I think we've avoided it. It seems to have been down south more than up here. It's not great. I'm not saying it's great weather, but we've avoided a lot of the really heavy storms that they've been having. We've been pretty lucky, fingers crossed. Oh, thank you, Lavanda. I do like red. It's not my favourite colour. Purple's my favourite colour, but I do like red. I thought I'd be cheerful. I'm actually wearing a red dress as well. I sound like Chris. Was it Chris Rea? No. Who was it? Yeah, Chris Rea, wasn't it? Lady in red. Don't worry, I won't sing. Hi, Munchkin. Hi. Chris de Burr. That was it, not Chris Rea. I knew it was a Chris. Thanks, Lucy. Yeah, lady in red. I am in red. I had got a black jacket on before, but it was a bit flimsy. It was a velvet one. It was a bit cold. I actually need another red cardigan because this one's going a bit tatty. As I said before, it's got sparkles in it. You can't see it very well. Oh, yeah, you can. There are sparkles. I've got some more red. It's actually a bit darker red in my crafty shed. I can't call it. It's not. Tracy from Crochet Rocks calls hers a yarnavan because it used to be a caravan and it's now a yarnavan. But mine's always been a shed. So when you say shed, it doesn't sound so clever, does it? Yarn Emporium. You just got an ad for hospital scrubs. Well, that's nothing to do with me. I've not been in hospital. I'm sorry about the ads. I can't help it. I have no control, people. I wouldn't mind if they paid me. Oh, dear. It's always one-sided, isn't it, on the side of YouTube? Yeah. The yarn shack. I call it the she shed, but it doesn't sound the same, does it? Yeah. But I'm looking forward to being able to... Oh, you're very lucky then, Amanda. Everybody else seems to get bombarded with the ads. Except Nathan, because he pays not to have the ads. Lady... Oh, now you're making me feel really old now, Nathan. Lady in Red was a #1 when you were born. I dread to think what was #1 when I was born. Probably something really obscure. Did they have #1s back in my day? Don't think they did. Didn't have a hit parade, did they? No. It was probably somebody like Jim Reeves when I was born, or Bing Crosby or something, yeah. I don't want no scrub. That was the song, wasn't it? It was that group, not TLC. What were they called? Yeah, was it TLC? Sure, somebody will tell me. It was a girl group. 3 girls in it. I've got the LP somewhere. I think it's TLC. Something like that. I haven't got the brain anyway. Was it TLC? Thank you, Nathan. Yeah, I've got the CD. When I get into my new bit of the bedroom, I'm going to take my CDs in there, and I'm going to take my CD player in there. 10 points. 0 points. I'm that old. I remember Katie Boyle doing the Eurovision Song Contest, and she tried to do it in all different languages, like 0 points. That was no points. 0 points. That was usually Great Britain, by the way. 0 points. Nobody ever voted for us back in the day. Don't think they still don't, do they really? Except when that other bloke won the other year. Sam somebody or other, whatever. Who was in TLC? Was it Beyonce? Wasn't Beyonce, was it? I know one of them's gone off to do her own thing, hasn't she, out of TLC? Can't remember. I'm not very well with... I like a song and I'll buy the CD, but I don't really kind of like follow. Yeah, Beyonce was in... But there was somebody in TLC who went on to do a solo career. I'm sure they did. They always split up, don't they? Like Supremes, Diana Ross left. Lisa Left Eye Lopez. Why was she called Left Eye Lopez? Did she have something wrong with her eye? I know there was one pop star thing once. She always used to wear her hair over her eye because she had a lazy eye. But I think she had eye surgery in the end. Don't know who she was. I can't remember. See, I'm terrible with names. I really am awful with names. I know who I mean, but I can't tell you who I mean because I've forgotten what they're called. Yeah. I'm like, I have a habit of watching, these things that come on the TV and they're saying music from the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, whatever it is. And I'm really glad they put it at the bottom of the screen who they are. Because I'm like, who's that? Who's that? Who was that? Oh, Gabrielle. Yeah, she was the one with the lazy eye, wasn't she? What with that and Sia, that used to wear the wig down here. Mm. She used to have that blonde, was it half blonde, half black wig that used to come over her eyes altogether. That was Sia. Yeah, I'm looking forward to playing my CDs again when I'm doing my sewing. And I get my sewing machine in my new room, instead of in the shed. Not that I'm going to branch into sewing, people, but I've shrunk. My spine has shunted and I have shrunk. So all my trousers, all my dresses, because you know I wear long dresses, I'm tripping over them because I've shrunk. And I'm hardly likely to start growing again. So I think it's time I ran round the end, and turned a hem. But being as I have so many dresses and so many pairs of trousers, I don't feel like hand sewing a lot of them, And I know I could use that sticky tape, but I brought a handheld steamer as well. Is my room topsy-turvy? No, my room's empty. What it is I have a bedroom and it had sliding doors that used to lead into the garden. Then when we built the conservatory, the sliding doors went into the conservatory. Yeah. So I didn't have a window to the outside. It could open to the outside. I've no windows in my bedroom. Anyway, the conservatory is massive, 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 and it wasn't being used. So we decided to petition it off so that not quite half the conservatory, about a third of the conservatory is now going to be. So when I open my patio door, or I can leave my patio door open, I've got another half to my bedroom now. My dad used to get in terrible trouble from my mother because he would staple in your trouser pockets. He always used to carry a lot of spare change or his keys in his pocket. And he would wear the end of his pocket out. So instead of telling my mum that he'd worn the end of the pocket out so she could sew it, he would turn the pocket inside out and get the stapler at work and staple. Of course, my mother would get staples in the washing machine and she used to put the pole. Hi, Bellwether. Oh, thank you. It's sort of a Christmassy one. I know it's not Christmas yet, but what is wrong with that phone? Who is wittering on my phone? How did the craft fair go today? Rubbish as usual. Other people. Why can I not spell? Does anybody else have that trouble with little writing? I'm having trouble with this phone doesn't do the spaces. It runs all the words into one. Yeah, it must have been the thing I used to use that sticky tape, that Wonder Web stuff. But the hems just fall down and then they leave a gummy mess, don't they? So I've stopped using that. Yeah. Also, I would need to find the iron. Then I would need to find a tea towel, wet the tea towel. Too much hassle. I'll just run it round on the machine. I ain't that fussy. Yeah, it does. Even though I've had my eyes done, still little prints, yeah. Her left eye was larger than her right. Oh, we've all got odd eyes. We've all got odd bits. Why do I get strange men wanting to be my friend? Sorry, pal. Bye, you gone. I had this absolutely super duper handsome general in the American army wanted to be my friend the other day. Ha! Obviously not him. Somebody's just nicked his photo. They must think you're crackers. You know, as if I'm going to say, oh, aren't you handsome? Or, oh, what do you want with me? I want your money, honey. Oh, dear. My fire's doing a lot of spitting, but it's not doing a lot of firing up. I think the wood's wet. Maybe I should give up and put a bit of coal on it. I'll put a bit of coal on and that'll keep it going. Oh, the wood either dies out or it burns up too quickly. So I'll put a bit of coal on now. Oh, I usually have a dark stripe because I hate makeup under one eye. It's because my eyes run. That's how come I have a dark stripe usually under one eye. Oh God, yeah, I get that, Yolanda. Have you not applied for the grant that you can be given? You can get so many dollars. So on one of them, I wrote back and I said, no, I don't want dollars because I'm in the UK. Have you not noticed? Ah, they run the same scheme in the UK. I went, oh, that's very funny. I said, because I've Googled it and they don't. I just blocked them in the end. Yeah, you get the grant. You are entitled to a grant for your business, your small business. We want to help you and all that. Yeah. Or we want to make you a web page. You know, our rates are very reasonable. Yes, well, they're not reasonable enough for me, mate. So no, not bother. Thank you. I would rather approach somebody that I know and say, how much would it be for you to make me a web page, rather than trust somebody who's in Pakistan or India that you can't get a hold of. I'd rather have somebody local, you know, at least in the UK. Yeah. Yeah, I get that. Somebody has made a complaint on your Square account. I don't have one. Yeah. Or somebody has given you a bad review on your Square account. Like, no. And I get things from Amazon.com, which I don't have. It's .uk, code UK. Yeah. Or why have you not claimed your refund? Because I don't have one. Square must be some kind of a thing, a bit like PayPal, I think. I don't know because I'm not on Square, so. But I presume it's something where you pay people through Square. And yeah, I'm always getting stupid things. I just go, nope, nope, not interested. Yeah. PayPal send, well, not PayPal, obviously. You get stupid messages from PayPal as well, yeah. Oh, is that what it is, the Square? I haven't got one anyway because I haven't got a gizmo for a craft fair. Don't have one of them. They have to pay me cash or not bother. I'm only selling things for £2. I'm not taking a plumbing payment with a card, because you lose. I don't know how much they charge you when you take a card payment, but you lose a lot. So I don't do card payments. I mean, obviously people do PayPal, don't they? But yeah, it's well, no matter what happens and what people do, there's always some scammer way ahead of everybody, isn't there? No matter what, always some criminal way ahead of whatever security systems people try to put in place. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, that sounds a bit too complicated for me, Chris. That, you know me, one brain cell. Yeah, I'm hopeless. Oh, I don't have a phone like that. Yeah, I don't have one of them. I had to send something back to Amazon for the first time. Usually everything's fine from Amazon, but I sent away for a Fire Stick and it was faulty. It wouldn't work. And I had to send it back. And they sent me this little square thing. And they just said, like, and my son's going, well, point your phone at it. I said, my phone doesn't work. He goes, rubbish, rubbish. It does. Your phone works. And he's like, with my phone, I went, told you it didn't work. So in the end, I had to print it out onto a piece of paper and take it up to the post office for the lady to read on hers. Otherwise, I'd have been stuck with trying to send it back. That's the trouble, you see. They don't deal with anybody who doesn't have all this technology. They don't cater for people like me that are old school. I mean, I am up to a certain point conversant with a computer. The fact that I can sort of order things online and pay for things online. But when it comes to pointing and clicking things, my phone, no. Yeah, Munchkin, I've had that. Hi, Mum. My phone's died, and all this jazz. And at the time, my son was living at home, and I was sort of like looking at him across the lounge. So I'm thinking, no, he does not want money for a new phone because he sat next to me here. I just put nice try. Something or other I put nice try, scam or something. But yeah. No, well, I went into Weatherspoons, or Witherspoons as we call it. And, they're like, I said, well, I went to the desk thing to order. And he goes, well, you order it on your app. I said, don't have an app. He said, well, the menu's on the app. I said, yeah, well, I haven't got an app, so does that mean I can't eat? Anyway, reluctantly, she said, oh, it's all written there. And she had got it, like, written at the side of the bar. So I had to stand at the bar, reading down what I wanted, and then saying to people on the table, what do you want? Yeah. Hi, Jill. How's the move going with your daddy? How's it going? Yeah. Yeah, but they discriminate against people who don't have an app, don't they? I mean, we don't all have apps. We don't all have phones that do. I mean, to be quite honest, I can't afford one of them fancy dancy phones. They're hundreds of pounds, aren't they? I only want a phone to send text messages and to, answer the phone. You're waiting on the decks. Not bad then, you're getting there. He'll soon be with you. Well, the fireworks have all calmed down, so Rosie's settled down now. I think because I live in an area where the children are either way grown up or tiny. So I think, they're probably in bed by now. The tinies. We've just got about 4, I think, on our street that are tiny. Fireworks, yeah, it's Bonfire night. We have this curious tradition in the UK where we celebrate the fact that Guy Fawkes tried to blow up Parliament. He didn't succeed, but we still celebrate the 5th of November, which I know it's not the 5th, but bear in mind, Saturday is probably a better night to have the bonfire because if the parents, get fed up with the fireworks, they can have a drink or something and not bother about going to work tomorrow, yeah. So it's been a long, long time since we bothered with fireworks, yeah. I don't think our littlies do fireworks either. They're trying to stamp a lot of them out now. But I mean, it does flat. You wouldn't mind if it was just one night and then you could prepare your animals and that. But bonfire seems to go on for months. They're just letting fireworks off for fun. And I don't mind the fireworks. It's the bangers. They go off like cannons, don't they? I mean, I'm quite chilled out, but they make me jump out my skin. So I'm like, whoa, Sounds like a house is dropping in. It's no wonder the animals are scared. Because, they don't understand. You can't explain to them that once a year some idiot lets off bangers, But, you always confuse me, Shad, calling Jill Blossom. Oh, you're getting an advert, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm waiting on a new desk. I want a desk so I can put my sewing machine on it. I don't know whether I'll get one this coming week because my son's going away for a week. Yeah. Yeah, you wouldn't mind if they just celebrated. You have the 4th of July. We've got the 5th of November. If they just did it on the one day. But no, they have to boom, bang, boom, yeah. I'm surprised they have the money because the fireworks are dreadfully expensive. I mean, they always were. Even when our Ian was small, we only used to buy them the little pretty ones, no bangers. They were really, really expensive, the fireworks, and I imagine they're 10 times as much these days. So I'm surprised when people are always saying they can't afford food and they can't afford the heating, why they can find money for a load of fireworks. I don't know. Won't be fires. The fire's going well with its coal now. Probably be all right now. Yeah, I won't get much sleep tonight. You're on your 3rd sleeve. Are you making it for somebody from the Addams family? Or did you make one wrong? I always remember making a sweater once, and when I came to pick up the neckband, I picked up the front, a sleeve, then another sleeve, and the back. Knitted the neckband and then couldn't understand why it wouldn't sew up because I had 2 sleeves on one side. I had to pull all the neckband back and sort it out. What the heck I was thinking about, I do not know. But I had 2 sleeves on one side, yeah. Oh, you're making 2 at a time, I see. I thought you'd gone wrong. I know we had a lady came in one time at the shop and she said, I've run out of wool. And I said, I don't understand it. I said, I've made that pattern. And I had enough wool with what it said on the pattern. She said, no, I need another 2 or 3 balls. I've run out of wool. And then she came in about 2 or 3 weeks later and she said, I've got a confession to make. She says, when I had to buy 2 or 3 more balls of wool? She said, I've knitted 3 sleeves. Decided to do a back and then a sleeve and then the front and a sleeve, But when she got to the second sleeve, she'd forgotten she'd already made a sleeve, so she made another sleeve. And it was only when she was stitching it together she realised she'd got 3 sleeves. I couldn't understand why she was 2 or 3 balls short. Yeah. Explanation over and done with. Yeah. I shouldn't be eating these sweets. I'm going to the diabetes nurse on Monday and I'm going to get a rollicking anyway. But you only live once. I love the way when I do things like that, it always finishes up as the thumbnail. You know, if I go or something like that, it always finishes up as the thumbnail. Somebody at YouTube has a sense of humour. They always go through my video and find the one where I'm pulling a face. We'll put that as the thumbnail. And I know I can change them, but I don't bother because I think let them in. Sheila, yeah. Sheila's in the fortunate position is she knits these baby cardigans and she sells them. If I knitted baby cardigans, nobody would buy them. I could sit there and knit baby cardigans, of course, but I know I'd be just storing them up like I'm storing all the rest of everything up. I've lost the will to crochet. I've lost the will to make anything. I'm just so fed up at the moment. I used to sell things when I lived in Prestwich. Since I moved here, I can't sell a thing. That's me pouring a drink, by the way. Nothing else. I realised that it sounded a bit strange. But I've been watching a programme on television. It's Abby Clancy. She goes round to these like celebrities' houses and looks round them all. Oh, they all have white, white carpets, white furniture. And some of them have got 3 and 4 kids. And I'm like, how the heck do they keep things that white? I did the craft fair today. It was a bit of a waste of time, Munchkin. Hardly anybody bought anything, as usual. Last time I went, the fingerless mitts flew. Couldn't get enough of them. They flew. I didn't sell one lot this time. Not one. No, people. I don't know what. Since I moved here in Fleetwood, I've not sold hardly anything. Oh, people were walking around and other stalls sold bits and pieces, but I wouldn't say that anybody seemed to be doing a bomb, I didn't see like money changing hands at other stalls really frequently. And I mean, some of them were talking that there's a craft fair like at the Marine Hall, but they want £85 for the stall for 2 days. £85. You'd have to sell a heck of a lot of stuff to even get your stall money back. No, I'm not doing any more. I've finished now. I've finished altogether once again. I said I wouldn't do it anymore. Then I got persuaded to do this one. No, I'm not doing anymore. Yeah, if I was paying £85, I would want to be in one of these very high class craft fairs, that had hundreds of people coming over the doorstep. But we're talking Fleetwood here. We're not talking mega books. We're not talking anywhere, whatever. I don't know how they would make that pay at £85. I know it's for 2 days, but it's still a lot of money. £85. Where was it set up? It was at the local church hall, yeah. But no, I'm not doing any more. My friend who was with me today, she's doing another one. She's committed to go to another one. I said, I'm not coming. I'm not doing it again. I didn't take any of my garments with me. I didn't take anything at all. I just took hats, finger warmers and stuff. Yeah. I mean, the one we did today, it was £15 for the stall, which we shared. Well, we usually did. Only I'd paid for the last one, so she paid for this one. And it was £15 for the stall. So it was like kind of £7.50 each, if you know what I mean. Yeah, the weather wasn't too bad, Jill. Yeah, it's just that people would just, you know, when they walk around doing the circuit and they don't look left and right, or they just glance like that. I mean, little dolls, little girls were going, oh, look, mummy, Barbie dolls and all that. Come on, come on, come on. Dragging them away, you know. So, you know, I thought I might have at least sold them. I mean, they were second-hand dolls, and I'd paid about £4 on average for each doll. And I was only asking £6 for them with the clothes crocheted for them. Nope. Nothing. Not a sniffy. Everybody kept saying, oh, the one with the wedding dress, bound to be sell. You're bound to sell the one with the wedding dress. No. Nope. I mean, the woman facing me, she'd made like handmade sewn bags, you know, things like that. I didn't see anybody buy one. I don't think she sold anything. I didn't look at the other stalls. They'd crammed the stalls in so tight that I couldn't actually get out when I was in. I couldn't couldn't get out to go and have a look at the other stalls. Couldn't get out. Fire's burning bright. So I'm definitely not doing any more. Quite what I will do with my stuff, I don't know quite what I will do. Perhaps I'll hang the hats up on a string like a bunting. Hi, Mimi. I've got some things to crochet. I've got one thing to crochet for a present. And I've got 2 children's headbands to crochet and a little child's. Oh, you like my fire? Woo, there you go. You just about see it burning away there. I sold 2 dolls, 4 scrunchies, and a hat. And that's what I sold. My friend sold some little Christmas, I mean, honest to goodness, the Christmas ornaments, they were so cheap. Handmade crochet Christmas ornaments, they were lovely. And she sold quite a few, but not as many as we'd hoped. I've actually got one that she gave me. I'll show you what she was making. I lost the zipper tag. I lost the zipper tag off my bag. That's what she was selling. £1. I mean, what more do they want? £1 for that, and that lovely. Honestly. Hey, John. I've not tried Ko-fi. I had Ko-fi at one time where people could Um, you know, you could buy your coffee. I did have coffee then. Isn't that lovely? I mean, £1 was what she was asking for them, and they didn't sell. I mean, what the heck? And she had some beautiful, great, round, like bobble things, you know, Christmas ornaments. They were gorgeous. £1. Hmm. But you can't gauge it because, like last time, I made fingerless mittens and they flew. Yeah, but now I didn't sell one pair. Yeah, I don't know what the way forward at the moment, Jill. I've just given it all up at the moment. I'm not doing it as a business anymore. I've just given it up. But I still need to sell what I've got already made up, if you know what I mean. I just don't feel in the mood to donate it all away. Yeah. I don't know what people want, Lydia. I really do not know. I think the only stall that sold out was the cake stall. And I mean, they were nice cakes, but I didn't buy any because I'm diabetic kind of thing. But they were about £3 or £4 each cake. But they sold out. So people were buying things. They just weren't. They just were. All we got was, oh, do you teach people how to crochet? Was one question we got. And one mum was nearly taking my scrunchie apart. She was like saying, oh, how did you do these? How did you do these? I'm learning to crochet. How did you make one? Felt like saying, the two for £1. Buy two, take it home, look at it, see how you made it, yeah. Well, I stopped on Etsy. I stopped on Etsy altogether because it was just ridiculous. A free cookie with every ornament. Not if I made the cookies. I only had small items this time. I didn't take any of my garments. I didn't take anything big. Hi, Isaac. I just thought keep it small. Keep everything to £1, £2. You know, no, nobody was interested. I think you have to be Etsy. Oh, God, they're charging that much commission. I think to be able to sell crochet these days, you have to be in the US, you have to be aged about 20, you have to be an ethnic minority, and you have to be able to prance about wearing a little pair of shorts and a bikini top. That's how you do. Hi there, XQ. How are you doing? Yeah, well, I did the first craft fair I did in Fleetwood. There was boho clothes there, and I would have bought them, but she only went up to a size 16, which I couldn't fit into. But she's never been back to any of the others, so I presume she didn't do well. Yeah. And there was a lady selling some gorgeous, gorgeous dresses, but they were going out dresses, if you know what I mean. You know, like with sequins and fancy for people who have a a nightlife, I presume. Nothing stopping me prancing about in a bikini. You must be joking. I would lose subscribers if I started prancing about in a bikini. I don't own one anyway. It's a long, long time, John, since I had a bikini. No, I mean, there was quite a lot of people milling about, but I wouldn't have thought there wasn't the footfall that you would have imagined there to be, because she promotes these craft fairs really, really well. Yeah. Hey, John, I don't even wear a pair of shorts except in the back garden. I don't subject my fellow people to the sight of my knees. Oh dear. I used to wear a bikini when I was young, of course, like most of us did. Yeah, they just walk round and walk round. And there was one lady there with a walker, and she walked round and walked round and walked round. And look, didn't see her buy anything anywhere. And she comes to every craft fair we've ever done. Same thing, walks round, walks round. She stays about 2 hours, and I'm thinking, how bored she must be walking round and round and round. Hi, Helen. Yeah, I got me red on. Yeah, I think she maybe was a little on the slow side, if you know what I mean. Yeah. She was looking at a pair of my fingerless gloves, and she said, I'm making my mind up which colour I want. I'll think about it and I'll come back. But she never did. She kept walking past, but she never called and she never got any fingerless gloves. So, yeah, last year I sold loads and loads of headbands and loads of fingerless gloves. This year, zilch. Funny how things change, isn't it, from one thing to the other? Oh, to you, phone. That's what it does. What have I got here? Kourtney Kardashian and Travis. What they're doing now? Oh, they've had the baby boy. They've got a little baby boy, in case anybody's wildly interested in what the Kardashians do. I never watched an episode, so I don't know what the heck they're talking about. I can say that with all honesty, I have never watched one episode of the Kardashians. Hi, Katie. I don't know anybody who watches it. No, no, yeah, they don't interest me. Not interested in them. There's quite a lot of things I've never watched because I don't think I never watched Big Brother. I don't watch I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. I certainly don't watch Married at First Sight or Naked Attraction. No. I don't really know. The only reason I know who they are is you keep bombarding you saying the Kardashians, this, the Kardashians, that. I'm not interested. You know, they're only famous because their father had a load of money and they could do what they wanted. They've not actually earned any money on their own, have they? They're not famous for doing anything. They can't sing, dance, act, do anything. No. I don't watch things like that. I'm just not interested at all. You know, I'm not interested in any reality shows. I don't even like quiz shows. Do I watch the news? No, I've stopped watching it, John. It's just all bad news. I've stopped watching it. It's depressing. I know I should. I know I should know what's going on in the world, but I don't want to know. At my time of life, the few years I've got left, I want them to be happy ones. Oh, yeah, Naked and Afraid. I don't watch that either. No, you're not the only one, Munchkin. I have not watched Star Wars either. And I've not watched Jaws. People don't believe me. I've never watched Jaws. And I've never watched Harry Potter. Yeah, we need a good news channel, don't we, Isaac? I mean, at one time, they used to end the news with some good news, didn't they? One little bit of good news. Don't do it now. My eyes are quite a lot better. They still run like taps, you know, but oh, they never did until I moved to Fleetwood. It must be the salt in the air. That's all I can think of. Yeah, they used to say that, and finally, and then they would tell you a good bit of news about a baby panda, something nice happening, didn't they? They don't even do that anymore. They just end with the more bad news. And I'm sick to death of the same news trundled over and over and over again. I mean, yes, when there's a disaster, it's just terrible. But they bombard you with it 24/7 for about a fortnight till you're absolutely sick to death of the news of this disaster. Oh, we still get the Antiques Roadshow here yeah. I'd rather watch not current events, but you know what I mean. Documentaries. I'd rather watch that. You know, rather than anything what I call banal junk. I think they're an insult to anybody's intelligence. A lot of their programs today. You know, the pandering to the dumb. You know, I never saw that. I never saw that Munchkin, so I wouldn't know about that. I remember watching the first 3D film I ever got to see. It was my brother took me to see. I think it was The Killing of the Shrew. Or something. It was the story, well, the Shakespeare one, and this woman, I think it was Elizabeth Taylor. She was throwing fruit at the screen, and I was ducking. My brother had to keep pulling me up like that. Yeah. Have I watched the other Mrs. Jordan? No, no, I haven't. Yeah, The Taming of the Shrew. Yeah, I think it was Elizabeth Taylor was in it. I'm going back to the 50s there. I'm going back wild. And she was chucking fruit at him, bowls of ham under the seat. My brother had to keep bringing me up from under the seat. He said, it's not real. You had to wear them 3D glasses, didn't you? Ah, one red eye, one green eye. Those were the days. We were all sitting in the cinema with these paper glasses on. Oh dear, we must have looked a right sketch, mustn't we? And you brought them home, didn't you? As if they were something wonderful. Brought them home. And some of the comics used to give them away free because they'd have a page in the comic with like some dinosaurs or something on. And it's like, put these 3D glasses on and these dinosaurs will leap off the page at you. Yeah. What's my opinion of Charles and his wife? Well, they're just monarchy, aren't they? Just monarchy. I don't really bother about the monarchy. XQ, and certainly don't ask me about Ginger and Whinger. No. Taming of the Shrew in the 60s? No, the one I saw it was to been in the 50s because it was long. My my brother took me um, to the cinema. It was the same era as Seven Brides for Seven Brothers came out. It was round about the similar time as he took me to the cinema, which was rare because there's like 9 years between me and my brother. So he never used to take me anywhere. But I think he must have been bribed by my mother. Was it Elizabeth Taylor or Richard Burton? Yeah. It must have been in the 50s because I was born 45. I'd probably be about 10 or 12 or something. Yeah. But yeah, well, he took me. But the biggest event was one of my brothers had an admirer and she was killed too. Oh, it wouldn't be 67, no, because he wouldn't have took me when I was 20. 1967, I would have been. No, it wouldn't have been then. It was definitely in the 50s when I went to see. It must have been an earlier film. Yeah. No, I went to see my brother had this admirer, and she would do anything to try and get him to go out with her, and he wasn't that interested. And she got these tickets apparently to this ballet, and he was supposed to be meeting her. So what did he do? He sent me down to meet her and say, "I've got a message. Colin can't come, but I like the ballet." So the poor girl had to finish up taking this 12-year-old girl to the ballet. She wasn't impressed. I always remember her name, Glennish. She was called. No, I don't remember that movie. No, 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 no. That's one I don't remember. Well, most movies I know are in black and white. I think Seven Brides for Seven Brothers was in colour, and I also watched Carousel. That was round about the similar era. Carousel, yeah. And the Man with the Golden Arm. We all remember that one. I never went to the pictures very often. Well, I did, but I used to go to the Saturday morning flicks. You know, when you used to pay sixpence or whatever it was. We used to go and watch Lassie and all these things. Yeah, yeah. We used to go to the matinees on a Saturday morning. Yeah, used to get a sixpence or something. It was. My mum gave it you to get rid of. It was always cowboys, wasn't it? Or it would be Norman Wisdom, I think it was. Something like that. Yeah. And we all used to come out, you know, the boys that have the gabardines tied round their neck, you know, going, yee, yee, and they were shooting their guns at each other going down the street. There was always something weepy like Lassie Come Home, wasn't it, or something? And you'd be like, oh, oh, I hope Lassie gets found, Lassie's lost, or Lassie's injured a dog. Everybody in the cinema. God, I'd only be about maybe 7 or so, 8, something like that. And I remember going watching Rock Around the Clock, black and white with Bill Haley and the comics. Yeah, and they put all the lights up in the cinema because everybody was jiving in the aisles, and he's going, "I'm stopping the film until you all sit in your seats. We'll have none of this horseplay. Sit down in your seats, otherwise the movie's not coming back on again." Because all the teddy boys were there with the drain pipe trousers and long jackets with the suede on, big sideburns, you know, the quiffs. Yeah. Oh, they used to always be throwing stuff, didn't they? I don't like scary movies. I jump out my skin. I remember watching Psycho. I couldn't sleep for ages. And now it's like tame into what they film now. But I thought Psycho was absolutely dreadful. Scared me to living daylights. I didn't want to take a shower for weeks. Of course, my ex-husband knew I was scared, and he'd come like under the shower curtain going "Ugh," at me, which he thought was hilarious, and I didn't. Yeah, yeah, chewing gum. Ugh. Oh, I've not seen The Exorcist. I don't like things like that. I never even used to like The X-Files when that was on the telly. Ooh, creepy things. Yeah. Uh, what was that one where this thing come out of his stomach? Was that something or other? They was explaining how they did it actually on the telly the other night. Alien, was it? Yeah. The actress was on oh this show thing, and she was explaining how it was done. Hi, baby. Oh, Mary Poppins. I've only seen it on the telly. Yeah, well, back in the day, they didn't have all this, computerization and things that they have these days. They had to do all the stunts kind of in real life, didn't they? Yeah, Rosemary's Baby. I think I watched Rosemary's Baby, but only on the telly. I don't think I went to the pictures for that one. No, I don't think so. Mm. I'm not a lover of scary films, yeah. Some people love them, don't they? The more horror, the better. I don't like that. But having said that, I used to read the James Herbert books, and they were a bit creepy, weren't they? I used to read them all, and I'm like, ooh. I know. I don't quite like Mills and Boone because they always get the millionaire in the end, don't they? But then again, I don't like Catherine Cookson and all that dreary stuff. All unmarried mothers and, being thrown out of the house because they're pregnant. I don't like all that. It's a bit too dreary for me. But I do like I'm more a kind of mystery book reader. Not particularly gory mystery. Oh, I know it probably will for a long time, BB, yeah. Yeah. It's just a hard thing to get over. Yeah, I like nice things, but not soppy nice stuff. Yeah, I like the Midsummer Murders where no, she's lost him, Chris. She's lost him. I think it's the grief that's hitting her again. Yeah. I think it's a misprint. Yeah, I like Midsummer Murders and Agatha Christie's and things like that. Hercule Poirot. I watch all that sort of stuff. Yeah. Um, Vera. Yeah, I like Vera. I even like Dalila and Pascal. They're old as well. I used to like Cracker. What are you doing, Rose? You okay, darling? Oh, she's taking herself off. Yeah. Girls Who Disappeared. Yeah. I don't like horror movies. I'm not into that sort of ghoulies. I mean that ghouls and ghosties and stuff like that. I'm not into that. I don't even like watching them things on the telly that they're all made up, aren't they? Where they go, oh, I heard something. Did you hear something? Oh, I'm in the House of Horrors. And I'm like, yeah, right. It's all put on for the telly, isn't it? And they're all screaming, saying, somebody's touched me, somebody's touched me. I'm like, yeah, right, okay. Probably you next door. Tapping you on the shoulder. Oh, yeah, Pascal, yeah. I don't know what he does now. I've not seen him in anything else, that Colin Buchanan, yeah. Oh, yeah, my hands are... In the morning, I can't crochet, baby. I really can't, yeah. Yeah, I never watched Peaky Blinders. They filmed a lot of that in Manchester, didn't they? But I don't know why I didn't. Yeah, my friend lost her husband about 3 years ago. And she still has very, very down days. I think it's inevitable, really. It's not anything you should kind of feel sorry for because I think it's something that happens. That everybody grieves in their own way and takes their own time with things. No, I never got into Peaky Blinders. I don't know why I didn't, but I just didn't. I used to write, the TV shows like Blue Murder, for the example, and um, I even used to like Jonathan Creek. I like more softer kind of, not gory murders, yeah. Yeah, well, it's the first year, BB. I mean, you're bound to still feel that way. It's still quite relatively new. So don't feel, don't have to apologise for the way you feel. It's just inevitable, to grieve like that. I watched the first lot of DIRA. It's on again now, but I've already watched them once. I watched it the first time round, DIRA, yeah. There's quite a few I watched. I watched the one where him from the Kumars was in it. What's he called? Sajid or something. And I've been watching the one where his wife's in it. She's been doing a mystery one. Mrs. Sidhu or something. Mrs. Sidhu Investigates or something. I've been watching that one. It's sort of investigating murders, but it's humorous. It's like a funny thing. Yeah, but a lot of the things I'm watching on the telly are reruns at the moment because it's just nothing good. No, I never watched the Game of Thrones. I never got into it. I just never did, yeah. Yeah, I must get back into my Kindle. I haven't been reading because, the trouble I was having with my eyes and everything. I've got quite a few stacked on my Kindle that I haven't read yet. But I need to start reading again, yeah. Oh, my hand's hurting. That's why I'm not crocheting today. My hand's hurting. In actual fact, I'm not crocheting anything at the minute because I was doing the dolls things and then I finished those and then I'm not doing anything. Ugly Betty. Oh, my hand's hurting like hell here. I don't know what's wrong with it. Libby from the library. I like watching those garage mysteries, are they? And those other ones, they're like light, sort of, they're probably old actually, that come on the telly. I like watching them. They're usually on in the afternoon on the telly. Oh, God, my hand is hurting so much. Yeah, I've bought a Fire Stick hoping to be able to watch some things, but it didn't work when it arrived. So I've got a refund for it. I'll have to look for something else. Marion said, well, order another one. I said, well, there's no point because you're going away for a week. I might as well order it when you come back. He went, oh, yeah, point taken. Oh, my hand's hurting like mad. It's not my crocheting hand, it's my left hand. Arthritis is fun, isn't it, people? For those of you who have it, you know what I'm talking about, don't you? Oh, they all got... I've still got a teeny weeny little bit left in my roller. Just a little thread left. That's, in fact, I was going to ask you about that, Jill. It's here. I've got the titches little bit left in the bottom. Did I check out the Pluto? No, I didn't. I've got some cream. It's in my bedroom. I put my roller on now. This roller's good. Jill made it, but she doesn't do it anymore. Which is sad because it does work, Jill. You're right. What does it say on it? Oh, gosh. To put my glasses on for this. What does it say? It says, pain reliever, keep out of eyes. You're not giving any clues on that one, are you, Jill? That's all it says on it. Pain reliever, keep out of eyes. Yeah, Jill used to do all her own potions, didn't you, at one time? When she had a shop. A beauty shop. Yeah, you're very helpful, weren't you, Jill? You obviously were keeping the ingredients to yourself. My nails are growing, yeah. I need to do something with them. They look as though they're dirty all the time. It's like a dark line across them. I need to get some nail polish or something. I'm always trying to clean them because they look dirty to me. You know, can you see that line that goes across? So, yeah, I've not had nails for years. I'm not going to go red nails or anything like that, but I need to have a manicure and get them shaped, actually. Because when you've never had nails and you're not used to them, you kind of, whenever I've painted my nails, I paint more of my fingers than I paint of my nails because I'm a bit rubbish. It does smell a bit mentally, actually. I mean, you said to me at one time when you first sent it, guess what was in it? And I did, and you said, oh, yeah, you've got a couple of the ingredients. It does smell a bit menthol. Hmm. I need something. I prefer like more neutral nails, you know, like I used to always use, when I had nails before, used to use like a little sort of pale orangey pearlescence or a pale pink pearlescence. Next time I go to Superdrug and that, at the moment, it's, when I go to Cleveland's, I used to go down the seafront, turn left, and then you go down the full length of the left-hand side of the shopping shops. I would go to the knit club, then on the way back, I would go up the right-hand side of the shops. But now I can't go down the seafront at the moment because they're doing the sea defences, so I can't get down. They block the road off. So I have to go down the main road. So I don't go past the shops. So I have to make a special excursion, like to go back into Cleveland through the road, then up the main road. So I don't really go in there. And Fleetwood, I haven't found any shops in Fleetwood, to be quite honest. No, I didn't make these. These are just cheap ones I bought off internet. Yeah. I like these fine ones because they don't get in the way when I'm knitting or crocheting. I've got quite a few. In fact, I had a pair on the other day and somebody said, oh, you're very Halloween, aren't you? Because they were orange and black stripes. I went, oh, that was quite a coincidence, really, yeah. I've got a pair of rainbow ones as well. But, yeah, I've got quite a few pair. They're only cheap. They're off eBay. I need to get some more though, because these are going a bit fluffy and horrible. They go up your arm, but they're a bit tight when they go up my arm. They cut into me because I've got fat wrists. No, the storm we seem to have avoided. We had the heavy rain and we had a bit wind and that, but no flooding where we were at all. No, I think it was more Manchester got the flooding and down south got all the flooding. But we actually didn't get it here. We're lucky, touch wood. I mean, excuse me, they forecast some more for this weekend, but it's not here. I think we just get the wind. We just get the high wind from the sea all the time. I've got some, I've got quite a few I bought some of these pressure gloves and that, but they're so tight. And I bought, some of these pressure gloves, but they're too tight. These, I ordered what they said is my size, but they feel as though they're cutting the circulation to my fingers. I bought so many pairs of these that don't fit, yeah. I had a gorgeous pair, a blue pair, years ago, and they were fabulous. I forget, they were sold as pressure gloves, and they were a brand. And they fitted beautiful and lovely, but of course they wore out, didn't they? Because I'd had them that long. And now I can't find them any more like them. I've tried all kinds. I've got ones with just the thumbs, ones with something else on them. I must have bought all sorts. Liquid frankincense, wintergreen. Ah. Well, now you know how to make it, Jill. Hint, hint. Yeah, I thought these would have been great, but they're tight. It's they're too tight, on my wrist. I didn't think I got particularly fat wrists, but obviously I do because they're too tight. What they call scrod cat. That's a lovely name for something, isn't it? Scrod cat. And once you cut them, I've tried snipping some. Once you cut them, then they don't work at all. I've got so many pairs in here that I've bought. And I've even bought the ones that are just your wrist. These just fit round your wrist. Yeah. But it's not... I have more problem with my thumb than I do anything else. I actually bought some thumb things, but they were too big. Got a variety of all sorts in this drawer. One black, but not the other one. I've only got one. And one maroon one. I've only got one maroon one. I don't know what happens to them all. Yeah, I had some that were just on the thumb, but they're all right. But everything always has Velcro. And when you're a crocheter, if you have a thumb thing with Velcro on it, you get stuck on your yarn. It's just stuck everywhere. Yeah, this thumb's terrible. It's got really bad arthritis in it. Really hurts. When it aches and you're trying to put it somewhere. Well, tonight it's those two fingers tonight, because that finger got stuck in a car door, so it broke. And it's never been set right. You see it goes round the corner. They don't set them, they just strap them together, so it's set with a bump. And then of course, with arthritis you get these bump things that start growing on your fingers. Bumps, lumps, and your fingers go around corners. Arthritis is fantastic, Look at that. They used to meet at one time. They don't anymore. That's why I never wear any rings, because my knuckles are so big that by the time I get a ring over my knuckle, it's too big. It just spins round on the bottom there. So I don't wear. Might have not got any. My wedding ring, I sold it. Well, you do, don't you? When I was a bit short of money, sold it. Yeah, I wear wrist splints when I sleep. They've got like a metal bar down them. Yeah. No, I've not tried icing my wrist. No. No, I wear wrist supports with the metal thing down. Yeah. Oh, I have trouble with necklaces as well. Yeah, I must do that when I'm sleeping. So that's why I have to wear the metal splints that keep my hands upright. Because I've had the carpal tunnel done on my right hand side, but the left one needs doing because my fingers keep going dead. It's all. Do you want to be bothered? This is what my attitude. I need a new hip. And I keep saying, yes, I need a new hip. And my son keeps saying, why do you keep saying you need a new hip? Why don't you at least go and put your name down? Get on the list. It's going to take you 2 or 3 years before you get up the list. But I just think, yeah, well, right. Do I really want all this? Do I really want to go to hospital and have another operation? I mean, they were laughing at me today because I had my Doc Marten boots on. Could I get my knee bent into the car? I could not bend it. I'm sure you've seen me Doc Martens. I love them. I'm not wearing them, but I can show them you. Oh. I got them as a Christmas present about 2 or 3 years ago. Aren't they fantastic? Look at those. Fantastic Docs. I love them. I love my Doc Martens. I do. I didn't buy them. 100 and something pounds they were. My family joined together and bought them for me. Ooh, super duper. They won't go up my leg though. I can't do the tongue up all the way to the top. Yeah. Now I don't usually wear leggings, but I had a dress on that only came past my knees today. So I had my black tights on, so I put my big boots on. I was past 70 when I had these. I had them about 3 or 4 Christmases ago, so I would have been about 73. Yeah. Of course you can wear Doc Marten. My friend's got some. She's not 70, she's in her 60s. She wears Doc Martens all the time. And my daughter-in-law's gone out in a pair with embroidery up the side. Well, I've got the roses, she didn't. I love my Doc Martens, yeah. I've got short Docs. Well, the pseudo Docs. They look like Docs, but the cheap ones. I've got short boots in all different colours, yeah. I've got a green pair. I did have a beige pair. I think I gave them away. No, I still got the beige pair. I gave the white pair away. Docs are a bit uncomfy at first until you break them in. They're a bit hard on the toe. It wasn't the toe bit. It was, sort of across there where the lacing was. I had to stretch mine out. They were too tight across there. And every time I wore them, they rubbed my feet. But you have to break them in. Once you broke them in, they're comfy. Yeah. You should get leather stretcher. That's what I did with these. Got leather stretchers, sprayed it on the inside and the outside, and stuffed them with like loads and loads of paper while they were damp. Yeah. Yeah, you should do that. It's called, I think it's called leather stretch. You just spray it on and stretch. I use it on all my shoes if they pull me. Yeah. Yeah, I had to persevere with these docks. I I wanted them and wanted them, and then when I got them, I thought, oh my God, I'm not going to be able to wear them, and they've paid all this money for these docks. But I persevered with stretcher and loads of paper stuffed in when they were damp, and eventually they gave you. You have to persevere. But once you put worn them in, they're great. They're very comfy once you wore them in. I never had that problem with my pseudo docks, really. My pseudo docks, like my pretend docks, they're quite comfy from the word go, yeah. So you've got some old docks with the gummy soles. These, I don't know what soles these have got. These have got kind of, they're brown actually. They look brown soles. But they look like they're made of nylon or something. I don't know what they're actually made of. Yeah, I wear them with skirts, yeah. I don't know what we're doing actually, Lizzie. We had a Secret Santa last year. But I don't know what we're doing this Christmas. We'll have to wait and see whether we're doing a Secret Santa. Oh, what do you want, sweetie? You okay? Do you need a wee? What do you need? You alright? Little one. What are you doing? I haven't got anything to eat. What are you doing, little one? She's got off a chair. I've not had any Birkenstocks. What are you doing? Trixie, what are you doing? What are you doing? Where are you going? No, she's gone back on her chair. No, I've not had Birkenstocks, no. I don't normally get branded things because they're always too expensive. The only thing I like is I like hotter shoes because they're wide. They're not fashionable at all. They're real old lady shoes, but they're comfy. That's all I can say. Um, they are like old ladies type shoes, yeah. I mean, at one time I would have never been seen dead in a pair of them, but you know, yeah, I'm a bit past wearing a short black net mini skirt, but I wear my docks with. I don't wear my docks so much with pants because it covers up all the embroidery. There's no point wearing my long docks with trousers. I only ever wear them when I'm wearing a skirt, yeah. But today I've actually got a dress on that only comes below my knees, which is not me at all. I actually bought it thinking it was a long top that I could wear with trousers, but it isn't. It's a dress. But it's I've never had Birkenstocks. What are they like? Are they like trainers or sneakers or whatever you want to call them? I don't know what they look like, Birkenstocks. Yeah. Do they decorate Fleetwood for Christmas? No. It's very deprived round here. You might get a couple of lights here and there. Well, we've still got the lights in Blackpool, but they're pathetic to what they used to be when I was a girl. When I was a girl, they used to go the whole length of the Golden Mile, and they were really, really pretty. Oh, the sandals. Oh, right. No, I've never had. I had a pair of Trekker sandals once. They looked like, them trainers, but they were sandals, but they were so ugly. They weren't pretty at all. Whenever I wore them, I felt like I got a great big clump in things on my feet. No, I'm a slipper person. I wear slippers all the time. Oh, these are what I wear all the time, my slippers. Fly flot. Fly flot, they call these. They cost me a bob, 20 odd pound for them, but they've got that cushioned sole. I can't wear one with a heel. I tread the backs down, yeah. I used to wear shawl sandals, you know, the old-fashioned wooden ones. Yeah. I used to like my shawls. I mean, they took a bit of getting used to, the wooden ones, you know, wearing them. But after a while, I got used to them, yeah. I used to wear my shawls all the time. Oh, God. Well, the shawl wooden sandals used to give you cracked split feet, yeah. Because you never wore them with socks, did you? No. I used to get really cracked heels at one time. A lot of it, though, is weight. The heavier you are, apparently, the more your heel will crack because there's so much weight on the back of your heel. I used to have terrible cracked heels when I was heavy. Touching wood. But I don't walk as much, bear in mind. Hello, Trish. How are you? I have a pair of cheap Crocs that I used just to go across the garden to my shed because they're just plastic ones. So if I treaded anything untoward, you know, with having the dogs, I could just wash them off, yeah. But they're not proper. My son's got a pair of um, proper clog things, yeah. Proper Crocs. He's got a pair. But I haven't. Mine are just cheap ones you bought in the supermarket. I only wear them, like I said, I used to wear them when I lived in Prestwich. I used to wear them for picking up the dog poo. And now I wear them for avoiding the dog poo when I'm going to the shed. Um, so I don't sort of tread anything in the house, you know, with shoes or something. So they just stay kind of around, you know, ready for going outside. And well, they're handy, you know, if they're plastic, you just run them under the hose pipe, don't you? If you tread in anything suspicious. We've got a hose pipe outside, so I just swish them so I don't tread it in the house. I used to wear my ordinary shoes at first. I thought, I'm not doing that. It's harder to wash ordinary shoes. It's not so bad now because I've got stepping stones that go to my shed. I don't have to walk across the grass. I can walk on the stepping stone. I used to throw my trainers in the washing machine and they go boom, 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 boom. When you throw them in, don't they? They make your machine uneven, don't they? Like boom, 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 boom. I wonder if I've won the lottery. Have they let me know I'm a winner? I bet not. I bet not. One inbox. No, it's just telling me that I'm live on YouTube. That's all there is, folks. I need to answer my comments on YouTube. I haven't done them for a bit. I need to go through them all and answer them. I read them all, but I don't always answer them. So if you've left me any comments, I do read them, yeah. Sometimes you get a heart if I haven't got time to answer them. But then I usually spend about 2 or 3 hours and go through them all and answer them all. Even though I get random comments from videos I've had up about 5 years, and I'm like, they're just watching them now. What? Because they make a comment, and I'm like, what are you talking about? What? And then I look back, and the video's about 5 years old. Yeah. I don't mean to get behind. I mean to answer them all as they come in. And of course, you mean to do a lot of things, don't you? And you don't. I'll look at them and I'll read them and I think, I'll answer that later. I'll answer that later. And of course, it goes on another day, and then another day goes by. And you think, oh, God. And then you get to about 5 days you've not answered. And then you have to set aside a couple of hours. How's my niece doing? She's doing fine. She's house hunting at the minute, yeah. Yeah, they don't know where they're going to go. They're just looking for a new house. She didn't want to move, because her mum was up here. And her mum was round the corner, but her mum's moved down to London now to be near her other sister. They haven't got anywhere really in mind. They're just looking for a house that strikes them, They've looked in several different areas, all around They can't go too far because my niece and her husband both work, so they've got to be within striking distance of getting to work and back, yeah. Yeah, I had 7.5. I've lost a few, Munchkin. People are leaving me. Yeah. No, they're not coming to the Fleetwood area. No. Her job's in Manchester, and so's her husband's. So they will stay within commuting distance of their jobs. I don't think either one of them wants to come here. Why would anybody want to come here? Yeah. Hi, Jane. Did you miss the party? Well, not a whole lot. We've just been discussing creepy films and mystery things and other things. We've not been discussing a whole lot, really. So you haven't missed an awful lot, Jane. Yeah. Did you like the mugs that they're doing at the Christmas markets this year, Jane? You'd be wanting one of them, wouldn't you? I'm not in Manchester, otherwise I would have got you one. But Jane likes nutcrackers in all shapes and forms. And the mug for the Christmas market this year is nutcrackers, yeah. Yeah, the money's going down. I mean, I never got an awful lot of money, Munchkin. I never did, but I get even less than I used to now. But apparently what they're doing is YouTube are taking subscribers off you if they're people who haven't either watched you for some time or they haven't used YouTube for some time. They're calling them like sort of dormant, if you're with me. But then again, I think to myself, I haven't seen so-and-so for ages. And when I look, I'm not subscribed to them anymore. And I used to be. So I have to resubscribe. Yeah. Serb's got in trouble today. What did he do? What did he do? Did he sneak something, eat something, or chase anything? What did he do? Our dogs are always in trouble. They're not as bad as they used to be. Yeah, they do. They take subscribers off you. I need to do a video tomorrow. Oh, I've got an ad running. Sorry, people. I've got no control over any ads. Sorry about that. Oh, God. I used to have one that used to do that. There used to be dead squirrels and all sorts in the woods near where I lived, and he'd always find something dead. Or, squirrel, fox poo, or something to roll in. Ugh. And he hated being bathed. Rosie always comes in, and she rolls in like wet sand. And she comes in, she looks like Nasher anyway. And she comes in and all her hair's stiff and stuck up. And you can't brush her. You have to wait while she dries to brush the sand out of her. Yeah, Shad, Jill's dad's moving to be closer to Jill. But the place that they're doing up for him isn't quite ready yet, yeah. Oh, you're getting them all tonight, Munchkin. You are a lucky person, aren't you? I wouldn't mind if they paid me a penny an advert. At least I'd get some money, wouldn't I? I think they're really cheeky. I mean, people who aren't eligible for ads, people who haven't got the subscribers and people who don't have the views are still getting the ads. And I'm thinking, who's getting the money for that? Somebody's getting money, aren't they? It's not the person whose YouTube it is because they don't have enough subscribers to be monetized. So, somebody's getting some screw out of somebody somewhere. But as usual, it will be, YouTube who gets the money and not the subscriber. Yeah. Well, when he lives near you, then, Jill, you see, you can send Serbs round to him when he stinks. So go see Grandad. Go see Grandad for a bit. Especially if your dad's lost his sense of smell. Oh, dear. Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting everything decorated and getting some stuff. I was talking to a friend earlier on. I think it was on here. She got an advert for surgical scrubs. I mean, why? I get everything from funerals to anything. And they do spy on you because they know what you're looking at. If you Google something, like some article of furniture, or you Google something that you're not quite sure what it is, could be some, like I said, rubbing ointment or something. And then you get all these adverts for it, didn't you? No, it was her dog that had rolled in something, not her. Jill hadn't rolled in anything. No, I can't choose here. I cannot stop the adverts coming on here. I can't stop them. They just happen. You've got no choice. It changed about a few months back. It changed that you've no control over your adverts anymore. They just happen. Unless you pay the fee, and so you don't have to have any adverts. You can pay a fee, can't you? Have a no advert, whatever. Ooh, I've got hair. I've got to sort out my bag. I brought my bag back from the craft fair, just dumped it down. It changed the 1st of October, did it? Yeah. The money doesn't change. Hi, Anna. The money goes down, Jill. but what do you call it's changed this? Oh, why have I got hair in my mouth? How am I? Well, same old. Emphasis on the old. Yeah, no change. That's all I can say. No change. I would love to say, "Oh, I'm tickety boo." Yeah. I get ads for all sorts of things, from, like I said, cremations to all sorts of things. Oh, you're leaving us, Yolanda. Good night, love. You've only got to I swear you've only got to say something in the house. Like, I might be looking for a new And then you get all these adverts. You know, we were only talking about little fridge freezers the other day, and I got loads of adverts for fridge freezers, and I thought, where did that come from? They must have a microphone somewhere in their house that picks up what you're talking about. I love it when they say, is this advert relevant to you? No. All right, Jill, we'll see you in a minute. Or you put, I don't want to see this advert, and they say, why not? And you put, it's repetitive. And they put, oh, you don't need to see it anymore. And then the day after you switch on and it's back it comes again. They don't take them away. They don't do anything. How is Sean? Well, my Alexa's in another room, so it's not my Alexa listening in. Sean, she keeps putting posts on her Facebook. You know, she does update herself, Lydia, if you follow her on Facebook. She puts a message on nearly every single day, how she's coping with her MS and how she's coping with her son and things like that. Yeah. So that's, you know, how she is at the moment. She's obviously on lots of different drugs, cocktails of drugs. I think they're trying new things on her. So I think she's just having to learn to cope, I presume. I mean, it must be an awful thing to be diagnosed with it so young, really. I mean, I've got loads of things, but I'm old, you know. You've got to expect these things when you're old, but you don't expect it with young people, do you? Getting these awful things. You know, and she's got a youngster to bring up. So you sort of feel more for people when they're young and they get something like that. You're thinking, that's not fair, you know. She's got that younger to bring up. Yeah, I think she's been on and off diagnosed for about the last 5 years. I think she's been, but they're trying her with a different medication. She's on like a, oh, I mean, she must rattle the poor girls, yeah. Oh, I keep forgetting to switch my flashy flowers on, Munchkin, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, she's taking about, I don't know how many pills a day. And they keep trying her with different medications. I suppose they're trying to keep her level, aren't they? But you get side effects with it and stuff like that. Yeah, Anna, it's the same with Shan. They took ages to diagnose what was wrong with Shan. She kept losing the use of one leg, and they kept saying it was her nerves in her leg, and they kept saying it was this and it was that. It took them ages to diagnose it's MS. I mean, it must be, as you say, hard to accept when you're so young with young children. Oh, well, you're special, Jane. You and your nutcrackers need looking after. Oh, dear. Do you realise you left me a funny voice message the other day, Jane? I don't know what it was. I think you just switched it on by accident and it was just like somebody talking in the background. I thought, eh? What's Jane trying to say to me here? So I think you must have pressed the button by accident. You were talking to somebody in the background, I think. I don't think you were talking to me. No, you don't talk to me anymore, Shad. Not talked to me for about a year now. He took the off with me and just went off. I think other people see him on the lives and channels now and again. But I said something, he didn't take the joke, he took the funny off with me and disappeared. I don't watch his videos anyway, I get sick of chickens. Oh, Kelly. No, I don't hear from Kelly at all. When I moved here, I used to try ringing her a few times, and it used to always go to voicemail. And she never returned me calls. She never returned me messages, so... Has he took the off with you as well, Jill? He's a funny one. I think he stopped talking to a few people. He takes the off, doesn't he, if anybody says anything he doesn't like. I never really did watch his videos, to be quite honest. Oh, you heard me from the other room. I've got... I reach places you don't think I reach. Yeah. So if he's still talking to you, Shad, you're very lucky, because I don't think he's talking to many people for some reason or another. Ugh. Do, 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 do. Yeah. Yeah, Kelly's, I think she's got other friends or whatever. Now I've moved away. It's not the same. I mean, I used to see her because I used to go down to see her and she used to come to see me, but she's working now. And you just tend to drift. I mean, we never fell out or anything, did you? We never had an argument or anything. It just sort of drifted away. I think things like that happen, yeah. You don't fall out with people. We never had an argument, me and Kelly, at all, no. Yeah, I'm still going to be me. If people can't take a joke, then, that's not my problem, is it, Joe? So, I mean, that's just me. I speak my mind and I say what I think. And, most people know me and know that I'm not malicious or anything like that. I've just got a funny sense of humour at times. Sometimes people don't understand my sense of humour, and I think that's what happened. But, you just, I just won't apologise for something I don't think I ever did in the first place. So we shall see what we shall see. I keep getting beep 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 beeps. Uh, I need to order some wool. I've got something to make for a present for somebody. And I know the colour that they would like, and I don't have the colour. So, but it's so nice to have to look online and to actually buy something for a change. I could get it if I went to the Naked Sheep, I suppose. Then I could have a look at the colour in real life. Yeah, she probably did. I think you're right with Kelly. I think it's more a question of she's working now and she just doesn't have time. Because the last time we actually did speak, she wasn't even doing any crocheting or anything. Because by the time she was coming home from work and doing her housework and seeing to her kids, she hadn't got time to do anything. So I think that's probably what. No, I never did anything. I mean, I'm sure Kelly will say we've never fell out. It's just if you reach out to somebody and you leave them messages and you try to phone them and they don't return your calls, after a while, with all the will in the world, you just give up, don't you? Um, but I'm sure she didn't mean it in anything. She never fell out with me or anything like that. I'm sure if I bumped into her, we'd say hello to each other and stuff like that, yeah. But it's just like distances and, moving away and, you know, I wouldn't know now when. I don't even know if she's still got the same phone number. I wouldn't even know when I could phone her because she's working. So I wouldn't know. I don't know what she's doing in her life at the moment. She could be working all the hours that God sent. I don't know. So when you've lost touch with people, you don't know kind of what time to ring them. I mean, with Sue, if, if I ring her and she's not there, I just leave a message and I'll just say it's me. So, I don't want you for anything particular. Just give us a ring when you get time. And she usually rings me. We speak about once a week, Sue and I. Or if there's anything drastic I've got to tell her, or she's got anything drastic to tell me, we do speak more often, yeah. But yeah, I mean, I miss her company, her constant, actually seeing her in the flesh. It's different, yeah. Yeah, with me moving away, I think that had an awful lot to do with it. I think we probably would have tried to stay in touch if I hadn't moved away, but once you move away, you lose friends. You don't fall out with them; they just drift, don't they? I've got a different lifestyle over here than I did, and I don't have as much time to sit on the phone as I did. Um, I was a very homebody when I lived in Prestwich. I used to go shopping and I used to go to different places, but I didn't have the contact with knit clubs and different things like I do here. But here I've had to push myself to go out to make friends because when I first came here, obviously I knew no one and it was locked down and all the shops were closed. I couldn't even go for a cup of coffee because all the cafes were closed. Um, so it was kind of very isolating when I first moved here. So I've had to make a new life for myself, which anybody does if they move, don't they? You drift away from old friends, even though you don't mean to. It's not like you can pop round the corner to visit them anymore. Um, it just would be an excursion if I went back to Manchester to keep up with people. It won't be so bad when they finally ever finish the tram line from here to Blackpool Station. If they ever finish it, um, they've been finishing it for about the last 3 years. Then, yeah, well, I've lost touch with my best friend through school and my bridesmaid. When I moved here, I lost her last letters, which she'd moved house and she'd moved to Anglesey. And I found her letters from with her old address where I know she's not living there, she's moved away from. And I did try and find, I saw one of her old houses up for sale. And I actually rang the estate agents and they did have her email address. And I said, will you tell her I'm trying to get in contact and give her my phone number, which they said that they did. And she did still have the same email address, which of course they couldn't give me because confidentiality clauses and stuff like that, which I understood. I said, I understand you can't tell me anything. I said, but can you just pass my details over to her? But she hasn't got in touch, so I was hoping that she would. Maybe I should have left my email address. Maybe she doesn't want to ring me. Maybe she just wants to. But if she'd have sent me any letters, you see, to my old house, I only had my mail forwarded for 3 months. So say she'd have sent me a Christmas card or whatever, I wouldn't have answered her. She might think I'm not being bothered, because 3 years has gone by now. She maybe thinks I don't care anymore, you know. But as I say, I lost a letter. I found the photograph she'd sent me of her and her kids and stuff, but I cannot find. All I can find is the old address, which I know she doesn't live in anymore. So, as you say, I just keep hoping. Yeah, it's 3 years on the 18th of December. It'll be 3 years. Yeah, since we moved here. Yeah, I mean, I had a lot of, I won't say real friends. I had a lot of friendly acquaintances that I used to. I've tried Googling her name. She's not on Facebook. She's not on anything. She's not on LinkedIn. She's not on anywhere. I know why her husband isn't on, because he was a QC. He was a judge. And he wouldn't be on the internet because, I mean, anybody could want to know where he is, especially if he put them away. Yeah, she's not on Facebook. She's not on anything. No. That's why I've tried to find her for a long, long time. But I've tried looking for her on directory inquiry type of things, but she's not on the phone. She's probably ex-directory. As I said, because her husband had this high prominent job that criminals could want to know where he lived. Yeah. So he's just off the internet completely. So I understand why he's not on the media. So and he probably doesn't want her on the media either because of that reason. My best friend through school, my bridesmaid, I'm talking about, that we used to keep in constant touch with letters. And when I moved, I lost her last letter, which had her new address because she's moved house. Yeah. So, and I know she's not on the media. She's not on Facebook or anything like that. So, so I've left my phone number with an estate agent who sold her last house, who was still in touch with her through email. So obviously they can't give me her email. They can't give me her details because it's confidentiality. So I was hoping that she would ring me, but she hasn't so far. She may still do, you never know. But it's been about 3 weeks now, so she's not rushing, is she? Nobody seems to be in contact with her. I mean, she was my, like I said, she was my best friend. We went through school together and we stayed in touch after school. She was my bridesmaid. We stayed in touch after we'd had kids, you know. Not constant in touch, but letters, you know. But no, nobody knows where she is. There's quite a few of my old classmates that I knew very well that I can't find. They're not on. If they're not, you're so used to people being on Facebook, aren't you? Unlike a lot of my old classmates, of course. Well, hello there, UK medic. Hello, Rob. How are you? No, she's not passed away. I know she's not passed away. She's still around you. And how are you, Rob? Long time no see. Are you looking at me? That's what the eyeballs are for, Rob. UK Medic used to be on here a lot, but then he vanished. I don't know why. You're too busy, aren't you? I know. I'm not so bad. Clocking on for an old one, you know what I mean? Getting older. Not grey because I dyed my hair, but you know what I mean. Creaking. What do they say? Creaking gates last the longest. Yeah, yeah, we have that as well, don't we, Rob? Yeah, we're all thankful we're still alive. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Felicity. Yeah. Yeah. How are you doing anyway? You're still alive, because I do see your videos keep coming up on YouTube, so I know you're still alive, Rob. Yeah, we've got Chris on here, Nathan's on here somewhere. Quite a few others that you will know are on here. Gone but not forgotten, you see. You were nearly wiped out 2 weeks ago. What were you doing? Did somebody not get out of the way when you were speeding along? I nearly get squished on a weekly basis in my mobility scooter because people just don't like me. I ride on the pavement, they don't like me. I ride on the road, I get squished. So I feel your pain. And I'm not doing your speed that you're doing. I'm going 4 miles an hour. We do still get Trevor on here from time to time. He's another one that floats in and floats out again, yeah. That's a good excuse for you to stop smoking, Rob. All right, Shad, we'll see you next week, love. Enjoy your Mexican food. Oh, my God. That sounds a bit drastic, Rob. You'll have to either stop smoking or stop standing outside the car. Man, even it might have been in it, it might have hit the car. You might have been rescued. Oh, dear. Did you rush out and help him? Man, were you in your own car or were you in your works vehicle? Just got to say, if you were in your own car, you wouldn't have had all the stuff with you, would you? Oh, my God. Did you have your stuff with you? Could you go and help him or did you have to just ring 999? Oh, I'd just panic if anything like that happened. Well, I'm not medically trained, am I? But I'd just be like, oh, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Yeah, that is something that you would need to do, Jill, wouldn't you? Yeah. I think I would have been a bit wet. Yeah. Yeah, be prepared. Did he survive or was he end of story? I think we'd all need pairs of pants, wouldn't we? Oh dear. Especially ladies of a certain age, we have a bit of a weak bladder and things, emergencies, yeah. Yeah. All right, Lizzie. We'll see you next weekend. See you later, Lizzie. Well, he couldn't have had a stroke in a better place, could he? Right in front of a medic, yeah? Yeah. That's something that you never can tell. I mean, you could be a good driver and you can be driving along, but you don't know if the person next to you or in front of you or behind you has a medical episode and finishes up smacking into you, do you? You know, you just don't know. And I bet the poor man had no warning. You know, I bet it just happened to him, you know, and he was just driving along merrily one minute and then boom. Oh, I don't know whether I do want to see that, Rob. It's a bit grim. Uh, I'd rather watch your drone videos where you're watching foxes. No offence, Rob. But I'd rather watch you flying over somewhere nice. Well, you've got a lot to be thankful for. Yeah. It wasn't your turn. It wasn't your time, as they say. Yeah, it's the same name. His channel, UK Medic, yeah. Yeah. Somebody told you about somewhere different. Yeah. Yeah, he has drone footage of. Do you go to all these places you have drone footage of? You know, when you're in Italy and places like that, do you go to these places or do you just take pictures? Yeah, that's sad, Lydia. That's sad. If you just look up UK Medic, that's where you find him on YouTube. You go to all the lot. Oh, you lucky thing. All these Italy and France and wherever. Yeah, Denise, you know, that Dear Designs, her other house got a drone. He takes pictures with a drone. And I like watching, what they call Firefox. You know, those, what they call, not Firefox, what do they call them? Silver foxes afloat or something. Um, they have drones. They used to be on a narrowboat and now they're on a farm in Scotland, yeah. He has a drone that he shows. I used to watch them when they were on the canal because they used to put the drone up, showing when they were going along the canal. I think Colin still does the drone thing round, yeah. Yeah, you go to UK Medic's channel. Give him a thumbs up. Don't forget the thumbs up and like and subscribe, as we all say. Yeah, they're in Scotland now. They've got an owl now. Yeah, they've got a rescue owl. Not everybody has a rescue owl. They've got chickens and I think they've got some other animals, but they've got a rescue owl now. And they've got bees because they're selling honey and stuff now, yeah. All right, Isaac. We'll see you later. Bye now. Say hello to your mum. Yeah. Yeah, there's quite a lot of people I watch like that, yeah. They've got two dogs now. Yeah, I've seen the one with the foxes, yeah, and your drones and stuff.
A bit like you then, Rob, a bit of a mixed bag. Or is it me that's the mixed bag? I don't know. Yeah. Isaac is the pigeon keeper. He feeds the pigeons, does Isaac, and takes lovely photographs all around where he lives. Um, oh, you're going Mimi, are you? And good night, love. I wish I was more photograph. I forget to take my camera anywhere I go. I know I could take photos with my phone, but I just forget. Some people have always got the camera with them, and some people have always got, whatever. I used to have fox that came in my garden when I lived in Prestwich, but apparently we see a fox occasionally around here, but I've never seen it. All I see is the cat, next door's cat sometimes. Our doorbell camera just mostly gets the Amazon man and the postman, and me coming in and out with my scooter. What are you doing, little one? She's licking. She's licking me throat for some unknown reason. I must have spilled something. Yeah, that's good. That's good, UK medic. That's good, Rob. Lisa Ladybird gets the hedgehogs, yeah. I've got a lady that goes to knit club, and she's got like a hedgehog hospital kind of thing in her back garden. And people give her hedgehogs that, they find that are injured and things. She's got this hedgehog thing in her garden, yeah. YouTube sent you congratulations. I never get them. Nobody congratulates me. They don't pay me either. They don't congratulate me. They stick loads of adverts on all my videos, but I never get paid. What are you doing, little girl? What are you doing? Oh, she's gone back to sleep. I don't know why she's licking on my throat. Icky. I probably got a crumb there. Christine does that, does she? She's got a thing about one of her feet at the minute. We can't see anything wrong with her foot. And yet she's lick with this blooming foot. We've inspected it. We've looked at it under a microscope near enough, and we can't see anything wrong with his foot. And yet she will keep licking it. I watch another lady. She's called Alternative Aging, and she has a fox that comes to a conservatory door, and she feeds it. She gives it chickens and stuff. Yeah. All right, you're leaving us now, Jill. Bye now. These two will be wanting out in a bit, but thankfully all the fireworks have stopped now, so. I don't think she pays £35 a week for chicken, but she feeds this. It's had cubs, I think, twice while she's been feeding it. She calls it Socks the Fox because it's got little white feet. Yeah, Socks the Fox, yeah. You watch her as well, do you, Munchkin, yeah? No, she's just got Socks the Fox. I don't think she's got Biscuit. She has a very elderly dog called Jack that doesn't like the fox. And it growls, and it sits at the window waiting for the fox so it can growl at it. But the fox won't come to be fed if Jack's outside, so she has to shut Jack in the house while she feeds the fox. Yeah, I don't mind foxes. I mean, I know farmers call them vermin and stuff, but I really hate fox hunting. I really hate, and I hate badger baiting, anything like that. If animals are a problem and they get too much or something, humanely cull them, but don't torment them. Yeah. You know, I just don't like. You love the roast potatoes, but you make extras, don't you, just so you can feed them to the fox, yeah. As I say, we used to have one used to come in the garden when I lived in Prestwich, but since I've moved here, I've not seen one, although other people have seen one. But I've never had the pleasure. I've seen one locally. I mean, when I lived in Prestwich, I actually saw badgers walking down walking down our street one day. It was snowing, and I heard the bin go with a bump across the road. And I remember thinking, oh gosh, something's got into the bins. So I looked out the window and I thought, oh, they're funny looking dogs. Weird looking dogs. But it was about 2 or 3 in the morning, so I wasn't like focusing that well. And I watched them go down the street, and then I thought, you twit, they're not dogs, they're 2 badgers. Yeah. So 2 badgers were walking around, yeah. 6 Yorkshire puddings in his gob. Yeah. Well, I wasn't too far from the Clough, if you remember that, the woodland area where I lived in Prestwich, but here, it's all built up round here. There's only the sea. We'd be more likely to get a seal than we would to get anything else, yeah. The fox, he better go round to Rob's then, and he can have his leftover Yorkshire puddings. Yeah. All we have round here are pigeons, and we have a few squirrels. But pigeons mostly. Pigeons, damn pigeons. Noisy pigeons is all we get here. Especially when it's breeding time. They're crying out, and then the little ones, when they hatch, they make this cry. They're like babies crying. Yeah, you get a fox's costume, Chris, and go and sit outside of Rob's. Oh, pigeons are they're such a nuisance, the pigeons, for noise. I don't mind any creatures. I wouldn't want to hurt creatures, you know, but I just don't like the noise the pigeons make. All right, Anna, we'll see you later, love. Thanks for joining us. What does the fox say? Where was that from? What was the fox say? That was from something, wasn't it? What was it from? I'm sure you'll know, Nathan. We have a few magpies. I used to get tons of magpies when I lived in Prestwich. But I miss the little birds that used to sit in my hedge and sing to me. Yeah. You pet crow. Are you Dr. Doolittle by any chance? Medic Doolittle. Oh dear. It's from a song, is it? I knew I'd seen it heard it somewhere. What does the fox say? Papaya pow. Yeah. My rapport is usually with dogs. I talk to every dog that I see, and they always want to sit on my scooter and ride with me. Cats can take me or leave me, but dogs, I just attract dogs. Babies don't like me, but dogs do. Is that you, Dr. Doolittle? Yeah, you've got a menagerie. Nathan has now got a tortoise and a snake. So I'm not going round to Nathan's anymore. Not that I ever went in the first place, but I'm not going anyway. Tortoise, I don't mind. Snake, no. I want a chihuahua. They're talking about getting a cat, but I want a chihuahua. A cat, I suppose, would be better than nothing. But I really would like a Chihuahua. But I'm not likely to get one. So, yeah, cats are more independent, aren't they? I mean, I can't take care of a dog. I just can't walk one, so it isn't fair, yeah. You feel like you're running a zoo. Yeah, you'd be like, Nathan's got his own little zoo. But they're not outdoor animals with Nathan, they're all indoor. Oh, my little Chihuahua, the one I used to look after, he wasn't dirty. His French Bulldog is. She's getting better. She's actually not had any accidents this week, which is a first. French Bulldogs just like to pee wherever they happen to be. Oh, no, a friend of mine used to have 2 rats. I mean, they were domestic rats. They weren't like rats off the street, but no. My son had white mice when he was young, but I wasn't keen on them. Oh, Gigi was lovely. Gigi, no, I never had an accident off Gigi. No, he was a mania. And I had loads of accidents off my elderly dog, but that was because he was old, yeah. But I used to keep the door open, the patio door open, because it was a lot warmer in Prestwich than it is here. I used to have the patio door open because he was incontinent, my elderly dog. So Gigi just went in and out and went for a wee, went for a poo or whatever and come back in. He was never dirty. Oh, horrible. I don't understand why people do things, Munchkin. I just don't understand people at all. What is the point of letting rats in McDonald's? What's the point? I'm sure they have their own mice without taking any more in there. Anyway, food place has trouble with rodents. Yeah, I love animals. They're very relaxing. I mean, there's nothing more relaxing than stroking a dog or a cat, is there? They say it's a great way of dealing with mental health, don't they? Or people who've had heart attacks and strokes. They found out that stroking a dog, it releases some like endorphins or whatever, and that people who have animals to go home to, um, have a much better recovery rate than people who don't. Yeah. Uh, I cannot understand why people buy creatures and then when they don't want them anymore, they let them loose into the wild. And like if they're pets of any description, they can't survive. Like if people let pet rabbits out and stuff like that. I mean, that's how come we had minks and things like that, didn't we? People letting mink out of their cages because they didn't agree with the fur trade. But what they don't think is the devastation a mink can cause on the wildlife. Yeah, and it's like those things they release into the rivers with the, like, not crawfish, but whatever they were. And they're killing all the other things off. And it's like the grey squirrels, they killed all the red ones. Well, not all of the red ones, but people bring these, these animals, don't they? Then and they let snakes loose, don't they? They let things loose when they don't want them anymore. I mean, many, many, many years ago, people had this thing about having baby crocodiles and stuff, and then they let them loose, so they didn't want them anymore. And Oh yeah, the turtle. When it was like the Ninja Turtles, people wanted turtles, didn't they? They didn't want them anymore. And then let them out. I mean, they can't survive. They're pets. They're not, never been taught how to hunt and look after themselves, have they, you know? I remember Shad had a snapping turtle for a while, didn't he? I don't know what he did with that. I think he let that go somewhere or other. I don't know where he took it. But I remember him having a snapping turtle for ages. Because he had a dog, but the dog died, didn't it? What are you doing, little girl? What are you doing? Hey, sit down, sweetheart. Yeah, there's a lot of things that people do, isn't there? I mean, I can understand why people didn't like the mink when it was all the craze to have fur. I can understand why people didn't like them being farmed the way they were farming, but to let them into the wild when they were killing everything, um, that was irresponsible, really. They can't have liked animals because they were killing all the rest of the wildlife off, weren't they? These blooming mink things, because they're vicious little sod, them mink. We used to have ferrets at one. My son had ferrets at one time, but he didn't play with them often enough, so they got a bit nasty. But he didn't just release them into the wild. He took them to a place where there was other ferrets. Yeah, Gigi belonged to my neighbours, and sadly, when it was lockdown, they were working from home. So I didn't look after Gigi, and I was really grateful because he had a heart attack and he just died. One minute he was playing, and the next minute he died. And I'm so glad he wasn't with me because I would have felt so responsible. But luckily, he was with his parents, because they were working from home. Yeah, he was. I used to do doggy daycare with him, and I used to look after him when he went on holiday. They wouldn't let anybody else have Gigi, only me. Um, oh, I love that little fella. I was devastated when he passed away. And they were heartbroken because they didn't have children, so he was like their baby, yeah. They have two more now. They've got two chihuahuas, a brother and a sister, called Bertie and, oh God, not Lola, Lila, something like that. They went to buy another and came away with two. Always away. But I can't, obviously, I don't live near him anymore because I can't. But Gigi, I mean, Buster absolutely adored Gigi. They were always together. They were like Pixie and Dixie. And they were so funny. They were like little and large. And yet, wherever Buster was, Gigi used to curl up with him. They were always together. They used to look out the window together. I've got loads of photographs of them doing the neighbourhood watch together. Yeah. Okay, well, it's lovely to see you, Rob. I hope you pop in again sometime, yeah? Thought you deserted us. Yeah, my bed's calling me, actually. I'm like Cinderella. I go to bed at midnight. Your mum's got two black pug pup. I don't like this French bulldog. I mean, I hate to say that, but it's an ugly thing. I mean, I'd never hurt her. Don't get me wrong. I would never hurt her for the world, but she's not my favourite dog. Now, Rosie's a scruff ball, and I absolutely adore her, yeah. Oh, we had ours, was it last week or the week before? My clock's still wrong. My watch is right, and my clock in my bedroom's right, yeah. Yeah, apparently Gigi had a heart murmur. But, and he'd had, as you know, he broke his leg. He had to have he had to have an operation on his leg. But this one, we only had her a few weeks and she cost us £5,000. She fell off the bed, broke her leg, and she wasn't insured. She was in between insurance policies. And now, to insure her, they want 70-something pound a month to insure her. So I just hope she don't break anything else. But apparently French bulldogs are notorious for breaking legs. Yeah. Do you watch that bloke who has all those hundreds of the chihuahuas? He has loads of them. What's he called? Big Guy Little Dogs or something. He's got loads and loads of chihuahuas. He's just lost another one. Sadly, he loses a lot of them because he takes on the ones that are poorly and he takes on the ones that are elderly. And he, what's he called? Big Guy Little Dogs or something he's called. I watch him all the time. He's got about 30 or 40 of these little chihuahuas. I mean, he looks after them really, really well. They go to the vets and he's always got, I mean, he must have a season ticket at the vets because, like I said, he takes all the elderly ones, yeah. Oh, Fenty Foo. It's hard when you have to put them to sleep, isn't it? We had to put our Poppy to sleep. Yeah. Oh, no, that's Asher House, the one who walks about with his big hairy chest. Asher House takes all kinds of dogs. He's another lovely man who's got this big sanctuary where he takes all these dogs in. But the one I'm thinking about, he's got a nice body, yeah. But I think is he called Big Man? He's huge, he's a big man. And he has these tiny little dogs, yeah. But I love watching him, yeah. And I like watching the one who took those oath, yeah, Asher House, yeah. I like watching the guy who took the elderly staffies in. He's just lost one. He's got one left called Mia now. I used to watch him when he had Zook. It's Zook. Is it Angel, Zook, Buster? And he's only got Mia left now because he takes them in when they're so elderly. And but like I say, he's only got Mia left, and she's 16, I think, Mia. The one he lost was 14, Buster. And the one he lost before that, he used to wheel around in a cart because it had lost the use of its legs. That was Zook, yeah. I mean, after he lost Zook, he said he wouldn't have another one, and then they persuaded him to take Buster in. And then they persuaded him to take Mia. So now he's only got Mia left. But he's really funny. He writes all these little funny things like, about Mia, yeah. Yeah, well, it's the bewitching hour, and I need to take these girls out for a wee. And then I've got the joyful company of sleeping with the little one, and she snores. So thank you all for your company. I'm going to go to beddy bows now, and I will see you all very soon. I might even make a video tomorrow. You never know, you're lucky in a raffle. Yeah. So good night, everybody. Chris, Nathan, Jane, John, whoever's left, Bellwether, she's gone, hasn't she? Jill's gone. Munchkin, whoever is left. And I hope you get your moves sorted out very soon, Chris. Good night, Lydia. Good night, everybody I've missed mentioning. And I will speak to you all very, very soon. So bye for now. Bye, Jane.